sports. It's in the game.
I just touched down in LA, the Spanish, my favorite. This that G, I keep it playing, so I put it on. She be in the she just made a beat. I got rolling over, speeding to the money like I'm running from the feds. Posted with my this say yeah.
I'm like, whoa, see residuals, watch the money grow. I'm in flow, greatest story told, watch it all unfold. I'm like, whoa, reaping what I sow. Harvest getting bigger, they all froze. I unleashed my soul, now they taking pictures of it.
Eyes on the prize, it's my life sold up. 5:45, had the lights on us. Fries for the side of an ice cola. You know that ride till the tires fall off. She know I'm a D, I got a date with destiny. She coming to me, cause I got the flavors in recipe. She racing to me like an athlete. She took with the D's, then she no way. Yeah, it's eyes on the prize.
Shooting my shot like ayy. Hit the red dot like ayy. Finger on the like ayy, 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 ayy. Shooting my shot like ayy. Hit the red dot like ayy. Your spot like ayy, 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 ayy. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like ayy. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like ayy. Shooting my shot like ayy. Hit the red dot like ayy. Finger on the like ayy, 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 ayy. Grandma was in A, auntie was in A, mama had AAA. I wasn't scared to crash anyone anyway. I ride a shotty while bro had to get away. I gotta penetrate, I gotta generate. I got like 20 some years to my hood, now I gotta go live away. I'm out of town, but I'm not on the getaway. I spin a giveaway. You mean I'm the generous king for real? Been sleep, then I light up the street, got screaming like Billie Jean for real. I'm from the M, I got M's in the bank and M's in all my streams for real. Feeling like Phil, they be living like Carlson if I leave him in the wheel. Shooting my shot like ayy. Hit the red dot like ayy. Finger on the like ayy, 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 ayy. Shooting my shot like ayy. Hit the red dot like ayy. Your spot like ayy, 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 ayy. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like ayy. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like ayy. Shooting my shot like ayy. Hit the red dot like ayy. Finger on the like ayy, 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 ayy. Baby, I'm loving it. I think I'm ready for kids. She said when to stop trying to in her face. That makes sense. I'm going up past LA Brent. I'm going going off, no fail, say switch, yeah, me and my team go back like plastic cup boys on some tailgate. Okay, look, all eyes on me, I feel like I'm Truman, no, we finna win it, cause I'm about to lose it, I don't give a computers is putin', I go off a field, no hedge, just shoot it, I die for my team, I'm the coach, I'm recruiting, I'm spending my time and I'm saving the day, I feel like a mutant, I'm built like a student, I'm feeling bilingual, cause I'm in Nigeria, rocking the Cubans. My life is a highlight reel that I keep on looping, you can't just tell me, you gotta prove it. Stealing, their first name is Lupin. I'm hitting harder than Ayuk, and they sending shots, but I'm high, just juke it. Hitting my desk, I'm B.I.G., you know I can't forget that I do it. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Your spot like, ayy, 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 ayy. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like, hey. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision.
Well, Brock, the fans were out and shouting J-E-T-S Jets well before the gates opened here. And now they fill the stands of MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Two of the NFL's best starts challenging each other here. Off we go in a Week 4 showdown. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Opening play, and Bo will throw. He's taking a shot on his first play. Oh, it's intercepted. What a start. Chuck Clark has it. And the Jets force the turnover on the first series of this game. Oh, baby, this stadium was already loud to start this game, Brock, but that play, it's in an absolute uproar now.
And the one thing you want to do as an opposing team is quiet the crowd, especially as a quarterback. It's your job to quiet that home crowd, but an interception, well, it does nothing but add fuel to the fire. A fever pitch now as the offense takes the field, looking for an early lead.
Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
They give on second to Hall. And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. Looks like a 9-yard gain, and they'll now have a much shorter 3rd and 5 coming up.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Blitz coming for Rodgers. Completed to his running back. Dukes out of one stop, and they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Cut near the goal line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain for them, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
will not score, and it's not going to get back to the line either. I think he lost close to 3 on that play.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
Now Rodgers on 3rd and goal. And he hauls it in for the New York touchdown. The Jets have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Greg Zuerlein for the point after try. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jets will jump out to a 7-0 lead. It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And a man is there to knock that away. Trying to get it to T. Higgins. And now it's 2nd down.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Nix from the gun. Buys time, rolling right. On the run right, throwing deep. They connect on the deep shot. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out. They get 35 out of that one. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
Let's go now.
First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. That was Sauce Gardner dropping him there. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap to Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Third and long for Nix. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Out of the gun, it's Nix. He finds him beyond the marker. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Forget that it was 4th down, Brock. That is an impressive 22-yard pickup, and it gets them the 1st.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out, well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. Finds a big lane. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. And he'll only get this to the 26 before going down. They made it 3 yards on the totes. It'll bring up second down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here's 2nd and 14. Higgins makes the catch. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on quarter one. 7-0 is our score. More from MetLife coming right up. Time for our second quarter. Let's see if the Broncos can capitalize in the red zone. Now Nick's on third down. Able to get it to Franklin. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
Less than a yard needed here on fourth. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. They come through with 6 yards there, Brock, and they're rewarded with a new set of downs.
Come on now. Was there any doubt who they were going to go to right there? That was always going to be a run play. No problem converting on fourth.
Throwing from the gun here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
From the gun, a give to Brown. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Broncos can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Rodgers here from the gun. Hauled in left side. They strike for 23 yards. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
And they stop him after a good run that takes him down inside the 40. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. Here's Hall once more. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. They go right back to Hall. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Hall gets it again on 2nd down. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Riley Moss with that tackle. He gets a couple, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
26.
Now looking to throw with Rodgers. Hall there to haul it in. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Bronk, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. This is Allen on the give. And he's going to get taken down near the goal line. It's a gain down to the 1. A 9-yard rip on the ground there, and we've reached the 2-minute warning. Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's 2nd and goal. Hall will not score, and it's not going to get back to the line either. I think he lost close to 3 on that play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
And he will score. Touchdown, New York! The Jets get some late points and the lead. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Zerline on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jets break that tie and now lead by 7. It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Nick's looking to throw. Forced out to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, and you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Again on 2nd and 10, Nix. He throws a bullet to the that's complete inside the 35-yard line. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos earn the chance to tie it before halftime. It's a Troy Franklin touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you gotta win right from the jump. And you gotta protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
And it flies over the end zone and out of play. In the past, it's a touchback to the 25. But new rules starting this season, Brock, so it's now going to be at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Go to 50.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Has a man, it's Tyler Conklin. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. With 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Here's 2nd and 2. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. The Jets take their 1st time out. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Throwing once again, Rodgers. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
Again, Rodgers. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York! The Jets take the lead just before halftime. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. And that is his 3rd touchdown catch. Certainly enough to call this a very good game for him. And we're still in the opening half, so what else might he accomplish before we're done here? Zerline with the extra point. And the Jets break that tie and now lead by 7. It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They've got blackjack on the clock. Not a ton of time to use before halftime. Nix with it on 1st. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. On target to his man Higgins. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
From the 36. Throwing for the end zone. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is. If he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
One last play before the break. A final throw before the break. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense.
Broncos 14.
Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And well, in the past, we wouldn't have batted an eye as it sailed over the end zone, Brock. But with our new kickoff rules in place, that's going to cost them. The football's coming all the way out to the 30-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They start the drive with Hall. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. From the shotgun, Rodgers escapes the pocket. That's caught for the 1st. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down. From the gun, it's Hall. Down the sideline inside the 40. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Hall. And he's across for the touchdown, and that flag is not going to stop this celebration. They know that's an offsides call. Zerline on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jets double their lead to 14. It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Oh, he fumbles it. They might give it right back. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. They connect on the deep shot. And he'll be touched down after a big play.
Look at the touch he put on that throw down the field. That was a masterpiece. He was the artist behind it, laying it in the perfect spot to create the big play.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. We'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. So the holding backs him up. They'll try to get that back and then some on 2nd and goal. Running it after the penalty. And he will take it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Breece Hall with the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback.
They're on the 30-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Straight ahead, it's Brown. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Nix from the gun. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a 1-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
4th and forever coming up. They're going for this. He puts some air under this one, deep right. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Sauce Gardner with the INT. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 35-yard line.
Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Jonah Ellis there to make the stop. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3. Play fake, it's Rodgers. That is caught along the sideline, and he gets the feet down. Wow! Give him 13 on that play. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down. To throw is Rodgers. This is reeled in by Wilson. Still has some space inside the 35. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one goes for 25 yards. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Hall takes it straight ahead. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Now it's Montez Sweat who took him down. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Rodgers here from the gun. Now he'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe.
Yeah, because you nailed that one.
Conklin brings it in. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Kate, that play's so indicative of why tight ends in this league have become just an X factor.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Hall's gonna try to smash his way in. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Backed up to the 4-yard line now. It's 2nd and goal. Trying again, Hall. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach. Now Rodgers. And he will score. It's a New York touchdown. The Jets keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. A 4th for him in this game, and one more ties the record. Zerline on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jets grow their lead yet again.
Broncos 14.
It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback.
They're on the 30-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Pass taken in by Sutton. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Brown on the inside give. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Here we go.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive, because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. At the 20. All the way. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos putting up points in a game decided. Mevis now for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Broncos cut the lead by a quarter. Down now to 21. Not really much of an avenue left for a comeback in this one, but they still have to try the onside kick here. And the Jets are able to recover the kick. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah,
I
it's
guess.
called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point of the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
They're set up at the 35 now. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Yeah, it's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
Hall with the first and still going. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Jets put up even more points in a win. Breece Hall with the touchdown. His third of the game on the ground. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you could strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating.
Look at you.
And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
On the return, here's Mims. And look at this return. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him.
Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for first and 10.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. He's throwing deep to the left side. He's got it at the 30. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos making the scoreboard look a touch better. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
And the Jets are able to recover the kick. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
And he's going to run this down to the 36-yard line. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Hall running between the tackles. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. They only get a yard that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning.
Brings up
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Well, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. There he goes on the right side. And he takes it in for the touchdown. Great defensive effort late, even if this one's decided. Thrown at the depth where linebackers come into play in coverage, partner, and sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
With time ticking away, they prepare for a must-get onside kick. Oh, and the kicking team's got it! All right, partner, peel back the curtain for everyone who's watched this happen on Sundays. Win looks unlikely, but they're still trying this kick. What is the coach now saying to his offense before they run out there?
I could hear the great Tom Moore, longtime NFL coach, over and over. He would preach to us through the week during the game. Whoever plays the game the hardest, the longest is going to win. And my goodness gracious, you just recovered an onside kick. So play this game to the final second.
Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
They send a man in motion. Nix again on 2nd and 10. Right side cut by Higgins. And he's able to get it past midfield and down into the Jets side. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Here he is to throw. Headed out right. Trying to push it deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. 35 on the pickup. And the Broncos will have a first down. They'll throw again. Nix. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Again on 2nd and 10, Nix. He's on the move. That's much too high and out of the end zone, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Well, that throw just got away from the quarterback a little bit. I'll tell you this. I do love the escapability. I mean, it is such a key in today's game of football, really at any level. Some tough circumstances, though, to try and complete that one down the field.
Throwing now. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. To throw. And they get to him and haul him down. What a play, forcing the sack, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Inside the 45. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
He just didn't quite have the last bit of burst needed to finish it off. But don't be surprised to see them go his way again soon and give him a chance to earn that touchdown.
So the win goes to the Jets. And their start to the season not cooling off by any means as they move to 4-0 on the year. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Jets as we say so long from New York.